We're talking about knowledge of the future in movies, YouTube channel Easter Egg Psychic. And in this clip, I'll cover actor Steve Ihnat. He's known for his role in the classic Star Trek television episode Whom Gods Destroy. He was Fleet Captain Garth of Ivar. This was in 1969. Also in several episodes of Mission Impossible. This was the CBS TV series which ran between 1966 and 1973. He had a part in 1967 Robert Altman film Countdown, and actors James Caan and Robert Duvall are also in this. He wrote, produced, and starred in the movie Do Not Throw Cushions into the Ring in 1970, and this was never released. It was also in Like Flint in 1967 with James Coburn. And he later directed the movie The Honkers in 1972. And this also starred James Coburn. So I took a look at Steve Ihnat. And I recently did a video on actress Jane Asher. And there I mentioned my observation that Asher may resemble several classic rock and roll music pioneers who were part of a 1979 television documentary called Heroes of Rock and Roll. And this was narrated by actor Jeff Bridges, including Jerry Lee Lewis, Rolling Stones frontman Mick Jagger. So yeah, taking a look at Steve Ihnat, I think that he also resembles personalities from this television documentary. And more pronounced in Steve Ihnat, I think, is the likeness of Bill Haley, also subject of this documentary. Now this episode, it has some additional subject matter to back up this theory. And this is via the presence of actress Yvonne Craig, who was in 2 movies with rock and roll legend Elvis Presley. Also a subject of that 1979 television documentary. Yvonne Craig was in It Happened at the World's Fair in 1963 and Kissin Cousins in 1964. And I think a figure between Yvonne Craig and the musicians who may resemble Steve Ihnat, this would be either actor Vincent Price or possibly, again, a musician, Elvis Presley. Vincent Price also in the classic 1960s Batman television series with Yvonne Craig. Elvis Presley was also in a movie with Vincent Price. That is The Trouble with Girls in 1969. Jane Asher was in the movie The Masque of the Red Death in 1964 with Vincent Price. A very interesting similarity between this movie and the episode of Star Trek that I mentioned. And if you haven't seen these, I'll go ahead and issue a spoiler warning. The end of both of these stories, one of the main characters is faced with a doppelganger lookalike of himself. In Masque of the Red Death, the Phantom-like title character, he takes on the appearance of Vincent Price, Prince Prospero, In Star Trek, Captain Garth morphs into an identical copy of Captain Kirk, William Shatner. And this scene is repeated in the sixth Star Trek movie. And the shapeshifter in this movie was played by model and actress Iman, who is married to British musician David Bowie. And besides this television special in 1979, Jerry Lee Lewis, Bill Haley and his Comets, and Chuck Berry, they also played a music festival together in the UK, the London Rock and Roll Show, a concert held at Wembley Stadium August 5th, 1972. And musician Mick Jagger, also a subject of this documentary again, attended the concert and was featured but did not perform. This concert was filmed and released in 1973, entitled The London Rock and Roll Show. It's directed by Peter Clifton. My YouTube channel is Easter Egg Psychic. There I go back and look at movies and television from the past. I analyze these for possible references to future media. These may appear in the form of anecdotes, idioms, anagrams, hidden in the subtext of the work in question. I also use an unconventional method where I look at the likenesses of the actors. And what I found is you can take the likenesses, match these up to some of the anecdotal items, and show past, present, and future information about actors and other personalities who may resemble the personalities in the movie or television episode that you're watching. My email contact is eastereggguy, that's GUY, @yahoo.com. Thanks for watching.